not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately.
Because when they shoot at us, it's supposed to fear. Why? Because they know that we're the children of the Most High. They knew it before we knew it. When they were bringing us from so-called West Africa over here, they knew that they were bringing the Israelites over here. So the elite knows that, man. But here they are coming against us, knowing that we're the children of the Most High.
Well, that's in Lamentations. This is the day we have seen it. In other words, they look for the downfall of Israel. They finally saw it around 1620. And they even called it manifest destiny for the so-called North American Indians, the Gadaks. They said, look, we're taking over your land because this is manifest destiny. This is, in other words, this is our time to rule. Your time to be a slave unto us. So they knew. And by the way, brothers, Custer worked for the Rothschilds. Okay? Custer worked for the Rothschilds. On Custer's grave was the symbol of the red shield. So Custer was a direct employee of the Rothschilds. George Armstrong Custer.
God, this book is called The Negro Question Part 4, The Missing Link. And this is on page 48. It says, America as a land, it's the title of an essay from Benjamin Franklin. America as a land of opportunity, author Benjamin Franklin. Subject, why increase the sons of Africa in America? Why should the Palatine Moors/Germans be suffragists to swarm into our Pennsylvania settlements? They will never adopt our customs any more than they can adopt our complexion. All of Africa, Asia, and America, except for us, are black. Russia, Italy, Spain, France, Swedes, and the Germans are black.
Check that out.
What book is that, brother? It's called The Negro Question Part 4.
You can get that off
Yeah, off of Amazon. And also, too, they got in here where Oliver Cromwell had put the edict. He had sent the edict to push us out of Scotland, Ireland, you know, and he basically threatened us.
And Cromwell was a crap.
Yeah, he was a Edomite. He was a devil. Edomite devil. So I was trying to find it.
When you find it, bring it on up.
Oliver Cromwell, I believe he was also responsible for putting the Irish on slave ships to the Caribbean, to Trinidad, to Jamaica, sending them out to Australia. Oliver Cromwell, because you got a lot of so-called Irish and Scots that's in the Caribbean, that have been living there in the Caribbean for years, that goes back to this guy Cromwell. They put the Irish on ships and then they sent them into the Caribbean and sent them out to Australia.
Oh yeah, one of those islands is Barbados. There's a video showing so-called white agents speak just like the people of Barbados. They were Israelites, man, but they look like so-called white people because their line went back to Scotland. That's why, if you notice, you brothers notice that the Irish, the so-called Irish and so-called Jamaicans, there's like there's like a kinship. You know, when you see the so-called Jamaicans doing that skank, the Rasta skank, that ain't nothing but an Irish chick. It looks like an Irish chick.
All it is.
They drink Guinness. They drink Guinness.
I was about to say that.
So-called Irish drink Guinness. You see the connection?
Yeah.
And these elites know, they know. But they're not going to tell these average people. These average people are average.
Back in the Negro Question Part 4, listen, link, page 26. I'll start at the top. It says, Oliver Cromwell was Lord Protector of the Commonwealth of England, Ireland, and Scotland. After the assassination of Scottish/English King Charles I, upon taking military command of the Commonwealth, he invaded Ireland, and history states that he committed genocide in the island against the black population. The black Irish that he didn't kill, he sold into the slave trade in 1641. Cromwell had 300,000 black Irish sold into the North Atlantic slave trade. And in 1650, he had 100,000 Irish, Scottish/children, Irish/Scottish children sold into Barbados. There is an interesting law that Cromwell had published, and it read, Oliver Cromwell Edict, 1653. Those who fail to transplant themselves to Connaught or Clare within 6 months shall be guilty of high treason. You will then be sent into America or some other part beyond the sea. The Royal African Company sent 249 ships to the West Indies, sending 60,000 African Irish into the Americas and West Indies. Make no mistake about it. It is these people are here in this colony with us. America is a huge colony spread over 50 states, and we have all been mingled together. I have a greater witness than this. And basically, you know how they like to say that we all came from Africa, we came from West Africa. A portion of our people came from West Africa that didn't leave and go into Ireland, Spain, England, all those areas, right? So we was ruling that area. King James, that was our people, man. And so what ended up happening was when they killed King Charles I, they was taking over. The Englishmen are the white people. And so they took over, they pushed us out of there, and he put this edict up. They were trying to get us to go to Connaught and get out of our homeland. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, let's be out my shot.
Right. Now see when you read that back at One West, we used to go into a lot of these different books. Shia mainly pushed a lot of that stuff, but that's all that history, man. That's all that different history books, man. Different time periods. You know? Give me Joel 3 and 6.
Also, he read prophecy. The Lord said that he would scatter the children of Israel. That's how he scattered them through slavery. Okay?
Go ahead and read.
Joel chapter 3, verse 6. The children of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their border.
You know what? Start from the very beginning.
Joel 3 and 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem,
Go ahead.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for a harlot, and sold the girl for wine that they might drink.
That's that slave, the so-called Negro slave trade. Go ahead.
Yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine?
Tyre and Sidon, going back into history, was the Canaanites, all right? And you had the Philistines that had that part of the land too. That's why when you go into the history of David and Israel fighting against the Philistines, because the Philistines, which goes back to Mizraim, all right, they had part of Canaan. Because they had pushed the real Canaanites out, so these Philistines came up in here. That's why that place is called Palestine today. When you look up the word Palestine, the Palestinians, they'll tell you in Google, or if you go to like etymology.com, they'll tell you that that word goes back to the Philistines. You look up the word the Philistines, it'll take you back to Philistim, which are one of the sons of Mizraim. That's why they were known for their height, man. Okay? Like I said, when you read certain words that you don't understand, just go to Google. Okay, a lot of y'all, what does this mean, brother? So a lot of times I don't even answer, man. Because my thing is this. A lot of the stuff that we found, okay, we were taught by Ariana, right? At One West. But a lot of the stuff that we're teaching went beyond what Ariana taught, man. But these other camps, they teach the same One West stuff. That's why they're teaching that Friday, sundown, and Saturday, sundown is the Sabbath. What else they be teaching? There's a lot of things that we're teaching that they, if you're an African, you go into slavery, we don't deal with Africans. No, you were born in Africa. They didn't go deep, man. They didn't realize that you had to, when Esau, sold us to America, right? You had a lot of Israelites that stayed over there in Africa, man. You had a kingdom, you had a fort called Fort Judah during the kingdom of Dahomey. And if you put that in now on Google, it will tell you that you had Jews down there. It was a French word, but it meant, when you translate, it means Fort Judah. Okay? So if you had a Fort Judah in Western Africa, you had Israel the land of Israel over here. You had all the way on the other side of the continent of so-called Africa, Fort Judah. What should that tell you? That should tell you that what? That you had Israelites, Jews over there in West Africa, man. You had this kingdom. What was the kingdom? Kingdom Mali. What was the principal guy? The principal guy of Mali, the great king. His name is on the tip of my tongue. And we were going through this a couple of weeks ago. He was the greatest king in that kingdom of Mali. And the guy was dark-skinned, but you can see that he was a Jake. The people of Ghana, those are for the most part Israelites. You might have some Hamites mingled in there. You got Sierra Leone, you got Ghana, you got Senegal, all right, you got Nigeria, which is the Congo, Lagos, Cape Verde. Well, even Nate did a video saying that the people in West Africa are Israelites, man. But here you got Johanna and this bunch of idiots talking about, no, you were African, you were born in Africa, you can't come to the country.
And the majority of
say again, Mansa Musa. All right, Mansa Musa. He was an Israelite. And there's a lot of history on this guy, man. And they were known for their merchants and their trade up and down West Africa. Okay?
And the majority of so-called black Americans came from West Africa. So how you going to tell me that all the Israelites was every last one of them was extracted out of the west part of Africa? That don't make no damn sense. And as much as the Israelites like to have sex, there's still a bunch of Israelites over there in West Africa. Okay? Furthermore, the Lord said he would gather his elect from the four corners of the earth. So there's Israelites scattered all over the earth, which includes the west part of Africa.
That's why you're going to have Israelites. Give me Revelation 7. Go right to the point. You're going to have Israelites come out of among the They're going to look like Vietnamese, and they're going to be talking that talk that they talk. All that bullshit, man.
Oh, on YouTube, they got the Vietnamese breakdancing. Yeah, so I don't know if you saw the videos. All you gotta do is type in Vietnamese.
Do they dance like niggas?
Oh yeah, hell yeah! They're doing the up rock. You know what the up rock is, right? They're doing the up rock. You see a chinky-eyed dude doing the up rock, man, like he's from South Bronx.
There's this one guy. He's in the martial arts, right? He's like a sand show specialist, and they had sand show tournaments. It's like kickboxing, but you can grab a person. You grab a person, I'm sorry, brother, and throw him down, right? Then he got in the MMA. That was Chung Lee. And he Vietnamese, but when you listen to that guy talk, he sounded like a nigga, man. He had won this one fight, and he said, look, I like eating chocolate chip cookies. And he said, I couldn't eat them because I had to get ready for the fight. But now that I won this fight, he said, I'm going to go home and eat a whole box of chocolate chip cookies. That's something, and milk. That's something a nigga would say, man.
Oh, Bruce Lee. I mean, Bruce Lee, we always make this connection. You got Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan been in the United States since, what, 1980?
Since forever.
When he did a movie called Chinatown Kid. It's around 1980, early, somewhere around there. Jackie Chan has been in this country all that time. He still can't speak English. Right, well, but Bruce Lee spoke English like it was normal.
He sounded like a J.
He sounded like a J. When I tell you, baby, you know, this bamboo, baby, is flexible. You know, the way he talks, which shows he had that soul, man. Bruce Lee was not a so-called Moabite, or a Moabite. Bruce Lee was a Jake, man. He was Israelite.
Right.
This is Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. After this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and peoples and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands.
Because you're going to have Israelites coming from every different nation. You're going to have Israelites looking like so-called Jews. Believe that or not. You're going to have Israelites looking like real Africans. Okay, bring it up.
Looking like real Africans. This is Babylon the Timbuktu, page 92. Eldad the Danite. In the 9th century, a black African Hebrew arrived in the city of, if I'm pronouncing it right, Keomuan in Algeria. And this city was one of the famous Talmudic schools. The name of this Hebrew was Eldad the Danite. He told a credible story of a Hebrew empire south of the Sahara in the western Sudan.
So you read that again?
He told a credible story of a Hebrew empire south of the Sahara in the western Sudan.
That was an Israelite empire in the Sudan.
According to Eldad the Danite, the Hebrews in the interior...
I got to stop you now. Sudan, get a map. Get the world map out.
Somebody get the world map. brother can get in the phone.
This right here is West Africa, right? I'm sorry.
That's South America.
That's I turn upside down. No, I'm sorry. This right here is West Africa, right? Sudan is right here. People in Sudan were pushed out of Egypt. When you check out the people of the Sudan, they're tall, black, ashy, all right, and crispy, all right? Well, you had Israelites that were mingled among the Egyptians. There's this guy that out of the Sudan, he plays for the NBA, and I saw him playing. I said, that guy's a Jake, but he looked like a Hamite, okay? He looked like a Hamite. You got this one guy, what's this guy's name? I put the video up. Brother from
basketball for these nights.
I saw that video. I can't pronounce his name, though.
Yep. The dude looked like a Jake, but he's from West Africa. You can clearly see that's an Israelite, man. Now you got Manute Bo's son, Bo. He ain't got it. He ain't got it, man. If you go to Africa, if you gonna ever take a trip to Africa, go to West Africa, man. You vibe with them people. Any other place in Africa, you ain't gonna vibe with them, man, because they're not our people.
That's right.
I got something.
I like to pick. Give me the Lord, do it, make a difference. What's that? Exodus 11:7, I believe. That's it.
Yeah, like the pygmies. Where's that Africa?
Ain't nobody gonna vibe with ain't no Negro gonna vibe with no pygmies.
They might eat you.
Huh?
They might try to eat you.
That's right.
Some pictures of Africans you ain't gonna find.
They might try to see.
For all people, you know, some of that information made. How's that?
You imagine vibing with that? You ain't gonna vibe with that, man.
What about this? Would you go out on a date with
Hell no.
Come on, brother.
Oh, hold up now. Wait a minute. These are your people, man.
Vibe with this?
You can't get no milk out of here. You just get dust out of here.
This guy Polite, when he went to Egypt, right, he was talking to this waiter, which was a dark black African, right? So Polite was trying to show him the brother handshake, like, you know, you pull back.
Yeah.
And Polite was like, but the dude was like, and then when Polite left, he said, this is my brother right here. And then the dude, the Hamite tried to get jiggy, right. And he said, see you later, alligator. Even white people don't say that, man.
Hell no. See you later, alligator.
And then Polite had to get out of here, man. But you can see that the guy, and he went like this, he went, you Polite, and I'm the Hamite. That was him, man.
I got some history.
Keep the map up, brother. Keep that map up. Ain't nobody told you to put that map down, brother. I'm just listening.
I'll get someone else to hold that. Hey, another brother, come over here and hold this up. Grab that and hold that.
That's Mali right there. The kingdom of Mali, Mansa Musa, he was an Israelite, man. Any place where Israel went, they made it great, man. All right, you go down south. Look at read some of them. I can't see. Read some of them names.
Democrats report the Congo.
The people in Congo, they're Israelites. Angola. Oh, I put in Angola on YouTube. They were showing by the river or the sea or whatever, and they were dancing. They looked just like Jake. They were acting like Jake. Their flavor was as a Jake, just like Jake, man. Everything, the way that they ate, the way they talked, Jake, man.
Got some history.
Go ahead.
You were saying about Jake's being there. Now, this is
Captain Cesariak, you should be watching this, man.
There was in the 1800s, there was a Jewish archaeologist named Nahum Slocum. I believe he was a so-called Jew, and who wrote in the early part of the 20th century. He said, for many years, the author of this book has been gathering material for a history of the Jewish migration into the Sahara and the Sudan. One part of his work is already done. The establishing of the authenticity of these migrations to the writing of the Arabs and the oral traditions of the country. He can now add the archaeological evidence furnished by the ruins of ancient Jewish cities in the Sahara and the Sudan, and the documentary evidence of Hebrew inscriptions
like those of Twat, which date from the 13th and 14th centuries.
Twat is like tweet.